बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अहोवकीयम् स्तनकालकूटम् जिघांसया पाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धातृचिताम् ततोऽन्यम् कम्बादयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्गुह्यदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, बोले गंगा मैया की जय। आदरणीय पूजनीय पंडितगण, प्रिय सज्जनों, प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, most worshipable pundits, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest frustrations to all of you. Also to our viewers on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Bhakti TV, etc. Very special welcome to you also. Radhe Radhe and pranam. A very special thank you to Pandit Satyananda Maharaj of the Satya Anand Ashram around West Vinara, the producer of Bhakti TV. Through his kind courtesy, we are going live throughout the world on Bhakti TV. Very special thanks to our sponsors also, Flamingo Restaurant and Mantra Lounge, Rockaway Boulevard, and Sati's Delight for the tastiest roti on Rockaway Boulevard also. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. Through your kind courtesy, we're able to bring Bhakti TV live to everyone. We begin with Bhagavad Sumit. रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता सिद्धि सदन वारण सुमिरो ज्ञान खान आनंद देहु मोहि करना और दो भाषा भक्ति विषय हे ब्रज ब्रज भूषण पात चरण शरण जय 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 जगदीश सेवक शेष महेश महिमा अमित वेद भेद ज्ञान देहु मोहि करना मोहि चाहिए कछुना और वस्तु प्रभु बसी रहे मन यह कर मुरली मुरमा शीश मधुय कटिनी बजा लाछ विसो नकला बसहु हृदय श्रोकने पुनीश कवि सो परीश निपारी भरे निगम कल्पतरो गलितं फलम् शुकमुखादमृत द्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. Again we join tonight the sixth night of the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran Yagna, being held, hosted by Pandit Chetra Maharaj, Shyama Shyam Dham, New York City, on the occasion of his birthday, celebrating his birthday, which is on 12th, as to form of giving thanks to the Supreme Lord for all the blessings He showered upon him, and Guru also showered so much grace upon him. Today we are celebrating Ganga Dashera. दशहरा क्योंकि 10वें दिन है, शुक्ल पक्ष. It's a 10-day, the bright half of the moon. So Dashera. It was yesterday actually, the Tithi. But yesterday we celebrated Govardhan Puja, as was called to the tradition in the Yagna, to Thursday night. So that's why we decided to celebrate Ganga Dashera tonight. ये गंगा जी कौन है? इससे क्या मिलते हैं और क्यों मनाते हैं गंगा दशहरा? Who is this Ganga? Why? What's the significance of Ganga Dashera? Why we celebrate Ganga Dashera? What do we get? What is the history of this Ganga? So, ये कथा है आज, जितना बता सकते बताएंगे और आशा है कि समझ में आ जाएंगे. So from the katha today, as much as we can tell, we will try to tell and listen. Hopefully we'll get a better understanding as to why we celebrate Ganga Dashera. As always, we chant the divine name of Allah. In this age of Kali Yuga, the only thing recommended, एक आधार राम गुण गाना. बस just chant the name of Allah. That's all. राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 मया तृप्ताः पितृरादेशकारिणी हयमन्वेषमानास्ते समन्तात्मये रागुदीक्षां निशीहन्यं ददर्शु कपिलान्तिके एष वाजिहस्रश्चौर् आस्ते मीलितलोचन। राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे मेरी श्री राधे मेरी श्री राधे ओ राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 हन्यतां पाप इति पृष्ठ सहस्रिणः उदायुधा अभिन्ययुरुन्निमेष तदा मुनि स्वशरीराग्निना तावन् महीन्द्रहत चेतसः महद्व्याधिक महता भस्मसात् भवन्तना। राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 मेरी श्री राधे मेरी श्री राधे ओ मेरी श्री राधे मेरी श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे ओ राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे। गंगा मैया की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। एक बहुत प्रसिद्ध राजा थे, बहुत बड़े राजा थे, उनका नाम सगर महाराज। वो सगर महाराज पूरे विश्व के राजा थे, एक राजा। उनके पुत्र सहित ये पूरा जो सागर हम लोग कहते हैं, उन लोगों ने बनाया, जमीन को खोद के। ये जो हम लोग देखते हैं आजकल और उसको सागर कहते हैं, उसी सगर नाम से आया। So there was a very great king, a very ancient man, the very big in creation. His name was King Sagar. He was the king of the whole world. Together with his sons, he dogged the ocean. Today what we see is ocean. This was created by King Sagar and his sons. They dogged the earth. The whole earth was one before. That's why the whole earth is called Bharat. Today, little thing we call India called Bharat, but the whole earth is Bharat. So with his sons, that's how we say Sagar. Ocean. Another name for the ocean, for ocean is Sagar. This is where the name came from. Because King Sagar, together with his sons, they dogged the ocean. एक ऋषि से और वह मुनि की आज्ञा से उन्होंने कई अश्वमेध यज्ञ कराए भगवान श्री कृष्ण के लिए के समय। और वो घोड़े को छोड़ दे। अश्वमेध यज्ञ यही होते हैं। तो घोड़े को इंद्र ने चोरी की और घोड़े वापस नहीं आए। घोड़े पूरे घूम के फिर आएंगे, फिर यज्ञ हो सकता। नहीं आते तो फिर युद्ध करना पड़ेगा जिसके साथ जिसने रख दिया। तो अपने 60,000 पुत्र को भेज दिया घोड़े खोजने के लिए। So through that being directed by a great Rishi Muni by the name of Aurva Muni, he performed many Ashwamedh Yagna to Sri Krishna, Sri Hari. In Ashwamedh Yagna, this is actually horse sacrifice. Not in Kali Yuga, in other ages. If someone is able to perform 100 Ashwamedh Yagna, he attains the seat of Indra, the king of heaven. Bali had done 99. And Bhagwan came as Brahman to stop him from doing the 100. So in this, the horse is let go, and the horse travels through the whole world. And if it returns, then they can do that yagna. Otherwise, if anyone takes hold of the horse, there will be war. If they win, fine. If they don't, then the yagna cannot be performed. So happened Indra, the king of heaven, being jealous that why he's doing all his Ashwamedh Yagna, he wants my seat. So he stole the horse and hid it. So Sagat Maharaj sent he has 60,000 sons to go and search for the horse. वो इंद्र ने घोड़े को चोरी की और कपिल मुनि के पास रख दिया। ये भगवान के एक अवतार है कपिल। ऐसे ऐसे मुनि नहीं है, कपिल भगवान का अवतार है। उन्हीं के पास रख दिया। तो ये लोग 60,000 जमीन को खोदने लगे। उसी से वो समुद्र बन गया। ढूंढ रहे थे घोड़े के लिए और उत्तर की दिशा चले। So Indra had stolen the horse and kept it close to a Rishi Muni by the name of Kapil Muni. This Kapil Muni is a descension of Sri Krishna, one of his descension avatar. It's not any Muni or Rishi just like that. He is counted among the descension of Sri Krishna. So he kept him there while he was sitting in meditation with his eyes closed. He kept the horse. Of course, Muni knew everything, but he pretended not to know. And these 60,000 sons of Sagar, King Sagar, seen that horse near to this Muni, thought he stole it. He stole the horse, he captured. So they ran with their weapons, शस्त्र लेके उनको मारने के लिए। अब भगवान कौन मारे? यह मुनि। Who can kill Bhagwan, and especially in the form of Muni, Rishi? So when they rushed for to kill, from inside, Kapil Muni ने आग लगाया. From inside, the Muni, he created a fire and burnt all the 60,000 sons to ashes. सबको भस्म कर दिया. He burned them to ashes. अब यहाँ एक वही सगर राजा सगर की दूसरे एक पत्नी है केशिनी, वो पत्नी दूसरी है। उनके साथ भी एक और पुत्र असमंजस, लेकिन असमंजस कुसंग मिलके, अब देखो संघ की यहां है, संघ इतना महत्वपूर्ण है, इसलिए हम लोग नहीं सोचते किसके संग करना। कुसंग करते बहुत बुरे बन गया। Such a great king. He had another son with another wife, Keshini. The son name was Asamanjas. But because of bad association, associated with evil souls, he also became very evil. He would take children and throw them into the Saryu. Throw them, kill them, throw them into the Saryu. So evil. And it's all because of association. That's why we have to be very careful which company we keep, the kind of company. If you keep the kind of company, you keep your company with people who are drunkards, alcoholics, eventually you're going to drink also. People who are very lustful, that's how you're going to become. ऐसे काज देखते देखते आप भी बन जाएंगे. In English, there was a poet, a writer, Shakespeare, right? He wrote something on this. He said, "Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are." In other words, the kind of association you keep, you become like that. That's how you become. There's a saying also, birds of a feather flock together. You know? The kind of liking you have, that's the kind of company you will keep. So because of that company, he became so evil. And he left Ayodhya, eventually died. उनके एक पुत्र थे, वो पुत्र का नाम अंशुमान. तो राजा सगर ने अंशुमान से कहा, बेटा आप जाओ, कुछ करो, देखो हमारे पुत्र कहां हैं, जो 60,000, आप जाके देख लो और कुछ करो. So Asamanjas, being very evil, he left the kingdom, doing wrong things. He also had a son. Even though he was so bad, his son was wonderful. And the son name was Anshuman. So the grandfather, Sagar, King Sagar said to Anshuman, my son, beta, you go. Try and do something. Try to find out where the 60 sons have gone. What happened to them? What happened to the horse? Go and see what you can do, what you can find out. अंशुमान गए ढूंढने के लिए, वहां कपिल मुनि के आश्रम पहुंच गए. वहां देखा तो उन्होंने इतना, क्योंकि देखो इतना महान, वो समझ गया ये भगवान है, ये भगवान है उस वेश, एक कपिल मुनि के वेश में. ये समझ गया उनको, ये मान लिया उन्होंने. हाथ जोड़ के भगवान से प्रार्थना की, जोड़ के. So Anshuman, he went looking and searching. He came to the ashram of Kapila Muni. But Anshuman was so great. The moment he saw Kapila Muni, you see, जाकी रही भावना जैसी, प्रभु मूर्ति देखी तिन तैसी. How we are on the inside, when you meet divine souls, exactly you'll see them in the same way. If we are a very bad person, inside, you're tamasic, and you meet a saint, you meet Bhagavan, you will think he is the worst person in the world. Because of what we are on the inside. It gets reflected like a mirror. And that's why we don't benefit. We judge, we end up judging. We judge how we are on the inside. Anshuman was so great, he recognized this is Bhagavan himself. That Bhagavan is in the form of this Rishi, this Muni, Kapil. Knowing him to be Bhagavan himself, he put his hands together and he started to pray to Bhagavan. So we'll do a beautiful bhajan. I'll give a gist of the bhajan, the meaning, so we will enjoy even more. Singing bhajan, if you don't understand the meaning, then we don't get the benefit. This bhajan is saying, O Lord, you are the Father of the whole universe. The Father. सबके पिता है. You're everyone's Father, every soul. Please give me knowledge. Gyan dijiye. You are my beloved Lord, and the only one I can look for support in the whole world to help me. In my youth, being unconscious of what is right and wrong, I did a lot of wrong things. Bahut paap kiya. And so in my life, I have accumulated a lot of paap, a lot of sin. Now where can I go? My mind, all these desires, these vasanas that I have created by doing all these wrong things, is killing me, is pushing me only to do wrong things, like asamanjas. But in my heart, it's telling me that inside my mind, there's a mandir where the Lord resides. God is sitting in our heart. He sits in the heart of every living being. You don't have to look anywhere. Andar dekho, look inside. I am wandering day and night everywhere, looking for you, dying, and you're sitting in my heart. Just realize that. Hey, my divine Lord, my beloved Lord, please save me from all the sins. Bachao. Help me to become a true devotee of yours, according to the Vedas. Let me become free from all this pakand, this deceitfulness, all these lies, that I have come close to the bank of all these wrong things. Save me from that, only you can. This boat of mine, this body, is a boat, right? Yagna. It's in this ocean. This Bhavasagar, this world is a Bhavasagar. Please take me under your shelter. Shower your grace upon me. Save this boat of mine. Let it cross this ocean of Maya. O Nandalal, Hey Shri Krishna. In this sinful life, my life is going away. Please shower your grace upon me. We sing this beautiful bhajan. हे जगत पिता भगवान, हमें दो ज्ञान, तू ईश्वर प्यारा, दुनिया में एक सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान, हमें बचपन में होश न आया है, जीवन में पाप कमाया है। जीवन में पाप कमाया है। अब जाऊं कहाँ विषयों ने मुझको मारा, दुनिया में सहारा। दिल मेरा तो यह कहता है, तू मन मंदिर में रहता है। दिल मेरा तो यह कहता है, तू मन मंदिर में रहता है। दिन रात भटक रहा मैं, गजल मारा, दुनिया में से भगवन हमें बचा, वेदों का सच्चा भक्त बना। पापों से सारा दुनिया में सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो प्यार, तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में सहारा। मझधार में है बेड़ा मेरा, कृपा कर शरण है तेरा। मझधार में है बेड़ा मेरा, कृपा कर शरण है तेरा। नंदलाल पाप में बीते जीवन सारा, दुनिया में सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो प्यार, तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में सहारा। ओ हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो प्यार, तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में सहारा दुनिया में सहारा। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, गंगा मैया की। तो प्रार्थना की भगवान को, बहुत लंबे गुणगान किया अंशुमान ने, भगवान प्रसन्न हो गए कपिल जी। In this way he glorified the Lord in so many ways now. We won't go in detail. The divine sage Kapil ji, whom he glorified in this way, अंदर से इनको आशीर्वाद दी। From inside he blessed अंशुमान और कहा कि हे राजन, अब तो राजा बनने वाला है। O king, because he's going to become the next king. This horse that's next to me here, this horse is to be sacrificed by your grandfather. You only complete that Ashwamedh Yagna if you take it back. Take the horse to him. Le ja, mere bete, my dear child. But all these uncles of yours, 60,000, that have been burned to ashes, the only way they can attain liberation, become free, you have to bring Ganga. गंगा को नीचे लाना पड़ेगा। You have to bring Ganga. There's no other way. और कोई जगह और कोई राय नहीं है। Somehow you have to bring Ganga down to the world. But Ganga didn't come yet. But somehow you have to bring Ganga. That's the only way these 60,000, and not only them, but many souls will be saved. Through the power. Ganga has the power to bring Ganga. और इसके बाद अंशुमान कपिल मुनि को, वो भगवान है, उनकी परिक्रमा की। मैंने बार बार कहते हैं कि जो पूजनीय है उसके बाएं हाथ दाएं हाथ के रख के और परिक्रमा करके वो बहुत बड़े भाग्य मंगलमय कार्य। So again I've told you that when we keep an object of worship toward the right side and we go around in a clockwise direction, it's called parikrama, and it's you give great respect to the object of worship and you get great blessing. In this way he did parikrama of Bhagwan Kapil and he took the horse back. अब आगे की कथा, अंशुमान ने बहुत तपस्या की। वो उनके राजा सगर ने अश्वमेध यज्ञ किया, लेकिन इससे कुछ नहीं होगा पुत्रों के लिए। तो अंशुमान ने बहुत तपस्या की, बहुत लंबे समय तक, लेकिन गंगा को नहीं ला सकते। So he brought the horse and his grandfather completed the Ashwamedh Yagna. Could not do it without bringing back the horse. And then Anshuman himself did tapasya because given the instruction by Kapil, Bhagwan Kapil, that this is the only way you have to bring down. At that time, Ganga was in heaven, Swarg. There's another, in heaven she is known as Mandakini. The same Ganga, in heaven she is known as Mandakini. When she comes to the earth, she comes as Ganga. So there's somehow you have to, right now she's in heaven, Swarg. Somehow you have to bring her down. Place her, in other words. So he did bhakti, he did tapasya for a long time. ये दिव्य शक्ति है. Ganga is a divine Shakti of Bhagwan. उनकी पत्नी है. It's the wife of Bhagwan. I told you the katha one time, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganga. It's the three wives of Bhagwan. And there was divine Leela, quarrel, and then they give shrap to each other. One was that Ganga will go down and become a river, etc. But these are divine powers. This is not river. That's why this blessings, this is divine Shakti, divine power. This is the divine, this is a consort of Bhagwan. So he says Shakti is divine power. So this moment she was in Swarg, in heaven. But how to bring her down? So he did tapasya for a long time, but he was not successful. उनके पुत्र दिलीप हुआ और दिलीप ने भी बहुत तपस्या की गंगा को लाने के लिए, लेकिन वो भी असफल हुआ. Dilip, and then so Anshuman did not succeed and he eventually died also. His son was Dilip, another great king. Dilip also tried for a long time, did a lot of tapasya to bring Ganga to the earth. He also was not successful. और दिलीप के पुत्र भागीरथ, अब सही उच्चारण होना चाहिए, भागीरथ. So Dilip did not succeed, and after a while he also died, left the world. But he had a son, Bhagirath. Bhagirath ने बहुत तपस्या की, भक्ति की. अब भागीरथ also with all he is doing. So first Anshuman didn't succeed, then his son Dilip did for a long time, he did not succeed. Now Bhagirath, he is doing tapasya, he is doing bhakti to Ganga, to the divine power of the Lord. बहुत समय तक किया उन्होंने, तो देवी उनके बहुत प्रसन्न हो. After doing tapasya, bhakti for a long time to the Devi, the divine goddess, she was pleased with him. उन्होंने कहा कि आपको वर देने को मैं तैयार हूं, लेकिन पहले कुछ कहना. The Devi, the divine goddess, said to being pleased with Bhagirath, I am prepared to confer boon upon you, boons, that what desired object, what you are doing all this bhakti for. But I have to say a few things first. अब मैं नीचे आऊंगी तो कोई भी हमका सहारा देना पड़ेगा. अगर मैं इतना तेज से आऊंगा तो जमीन, जो पृथ्वी को खोद के नीचे जाएंगे, पाताल. She said, first there has to be something to hold me when I'm coming on with such a force. The earth will not be able to bear me. Not the earth, something has to hold me. Some divine spiritual power. Earth cannot hold me. If I come down with my force, I'll go straight through the earth and go all the way down to Patal, Rasatal. There's another region. So this is called, there are three worlds that we call the world. So there's this Swarg, heavenly regions, then this earth, and then below Rasatal, Patal, lower regions. So I will go straight through and I'll go all the way to Rasatal. Somebody has to bear. That's number one. Number two, जितने लोग आएंगे मेरे पास, मुझ पे आएंगे, नहाएंगे, तो अपना पाप धुलेंगे मुझ में. अब हम पाप से भर जाएंगे. ये सारे पाप से हम क्या करेंगे? इसके कुछ उपाय सोचो. हम कैसे मुक्त हो जाएंगे? जितने पाप है हमारे अंदर आ जाएंगे, सारे लोग के पाप हमारे अंदर आ जाएंगे. इसका भी कुछ विचार करो, सोचो. So she said the first thing, get some force, divine power to hold me when I'm coming up. And secondly, When I come on this earth, people are going to go and bathe and wash their sin. If they bathe with the faith, not anyone, everybody go and bathe, not like that. With the faith, knowing who I am, then their sins will be washed away. I'll become filled with the sins of millions and millions, billions. Who is going to save me, take away all these sins from me? Try to think of some solution. If you can solve these two problems, one, who is going to bear when I come down with that force? Number one. Number two, who is going to deliver all these sins that are going to come into me by people bathing into me, worldly sinful souls? If you can give a solution to these two problems, I will come. What is the solution? We'll hear. एक और बहुत सुंदर भजन है. So we can just sing the bhajan. So let me give the meaning again. Right? So this bhajan says, keep light in the world, throughout the world light. Just how the Ganga flows in the world and cleans the sins of everyone in the world. In the same way, take our love. What is the light? We have to light everywhere, the light of our love. Spread your love. Get rid of all this hate and this jealousy and deception. Spread love everywhere. Everywhere you go, spread love. Whoever comes, people are going to come in your way. They don't have anything. They're suffering. Gali mein lagao. Don't see high and low. Embrace everyone. Share your love. Share whatever you have. Whatever we have in this world is given by our Father. It belongs to everyone. It's the property of our Father, the Supreme Lord. Share it with everyone. Remember, the one who has no one in this world, Bhagwan is for that one. Who has no one and nothing in the world, Bhagwan. Jo nirdhan hai, one who has no wealth, has no power, nothing in the world, and Prabhu is most loved, that person is most loved by the Lord. So love is so important. Wanting Bhagwan wants from us. Aur kuch nahi. What does Bhagwan ask for? He asks for expensive thing. I want diamond. I want pearl. Does Bhagwan ask for expensive? What does Bhagwan ask for? Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. You don't have to pay money for these things. Look at what. Patram, leaf. Any leaf. You can grab leaf from anywhere. Patram, pushpam, flower. Any kind of flower. You don't have to go and get a rose, expensive flower. It just says pushpam, phalam, any fruit you can get. You cannot get leaf, flower, fruit, water, toyam, a few drops of water. But yo me bhaktya prayachati, give it with love. In other words, all he wants is love. So that's why we should love everywhere. Love, love, love. Don't have hate, do not have jealousy, do not have all this in your mind. Give love everywhere. This is the Ganga, flows and takes away all the sins of everyone. When all our hopes are lost and it seems that everyone is angry with us, everything is gone in the world. Hey Bhagwan, don't close your door to me. Don't close the door of your compassion. And we also should not close the door of our compassion to others. Give some help. Help others as best as you can. Light that light of divine love of sharing, just as the Ganga flow, let the love flow also too. In this world, there can be darkness. There's lumen all over this world, especially in this Kali Yuga. There's darkness. And all the directions have become, it seems to be disconnected. Everywhere war and fight and destroying and killing. It seems as though human beings have become Rakshas, Danav itself. And to whom shall we tell our plight to? So how do we keep this? Keep this light of love alight. Let it keep lightened by the flame of our kindness, our love. Make this world like in heaven. With our love, let it flow like how the Ganga flows. We'll sing this beautiful bhajan. ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। घर कोई संगी साथी, ईश्वर है रखवाला, जो निर्धन है जो निर्बल है, वो है प्रभु का प्यारा। प्यार की मोती, प्यार की मोती लुटाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। आशा टूटी ममता रूठी, छूट गया है किनारा, बंद हो मत द्वार दया का, दे दो कुछ सहारा। दीप दया का, दीप दया का जलाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। छाई है चारों अंधेरा, भटक रही है दिशाएं, मानव मन बैठा है दानव, किसको व्यथा सुनाए। धरती को स्वर्ग बनाते रहो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, ज्योति से ज्योति जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, ओ प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। बोले गंगा मैया की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राजा भगीरथ ने
गंगा मैया से कहा कि हे मैया, जो पवित्र है, जो साधु संत है, जो सब कामनाओं को छोड़ दिया और उसका मन पवित्र है, जो ब्रह्म को जान लिया, परमात्मा को जान लिया, ये पूरे विश्व को पवित्र बनने का इसके पास शक्ति है इनके पास। ये आपके जो जितने पाप आएंगे में आपके चूने से सब पाप धुल जाएगा। King Bhagirath says, O Mother Ganga, O Divine Mother, the saints, the pious saints, those who have attained the Supreme Lord will become free from all attachment, who are pure in heart, nirmala manajan somohipa. The heart has become pure, who have attained that knowledge of the Supreme Brahma Jnana. They are capable of purifying the whole world. Because they are Bhagwan themselves. Unke mein Shri Hari rehte. God resides. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tvaham. Ninth Canto, 4th chapter, 68th verse. Shri Krishna says to Durvasa, I live in the heart of my devotee, those who love me, and they live in me. I live in them, I am them, and they are me. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Gita chapter 9 verse 29 says. God and the saint, they are one. They are the same. Many places. Tasmins tajane bheda bhavat. Narad Bhakti Sutra, 44th Sutra. Naradji says in the Narad Bhakti Sutra, there's no difference between God and a saint. When you meet a saint, a true saint, you meet Bhagwan personified. And Shri Krishna says, Acharya mam vijaniyan nava manyet karhichit namartya buddhya suyet sarvadevo mayo guru. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran 11th Canto 17th chapter 27 verse. Shri Krishna says, Udhav, know the saint, those who have attained the Supreme Lord, know them to be God personified. Mam vijaniya, know them to be me, Shri Krishna Udhav. Do not see them as man, as an ordinary worldly person. Do not use your material mind and intellect to understand them, and know that all forms of God resides in them. When you meet a true saint, it's very rare. But if you do, you actually meet in Bhagwan personified. This is why when they come in contact with you, they bathe in you, etc., they make contact in you. Any saint come and they make contact, they will destroy all the sins, uncountable sins that have come into you by worldly souls. So you don't have to worry. Saints always come in the world, and they will come and bathe in you. That one solution is done. आप दूसरे है, हाँ, तो वो शिव भगवान के पास गए, उस समय बैठ गया और शिव जी का ध्यान किया और भक्ति करने के लगे, शिव जी का जाप करने लगे, भक्ति करने लगे. For the second solution, he said, Shiv will do that. Shiv Bhagwan. So he sat down in meditation, meditating on Shiv Bhagwan. Mind focused on Shiv ji with great devotion, tears flowing from his eyes, all the paws and the body raised and hands. Bhakti has to be feeling. Something has to happen. Not should not just be words from the mouth and just doing action with the hand and feet. And that's it. Tulsidas, he says, in a beautiful doha in the Ramayana, Ye paat hu poot hu nayan charhu सुतन के ही काम, रामा जरहु सुतन के ही काम। द्रवै श्रवै पुलकै नहीं, तुलसी सुमिरत रामा, तुलसी सुमिरत राम। सियावर रामचंद्र कर गए शरण, शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया, जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। हे पाटहु फूटहु नयन, जरहु सतन के ही काम। द्रवहि श्रवहि पुलकहि नहीं, तुलसी सुमिरत राम। तुलसीदास जी महाराज says, it seems very angry. Someone is worshipping Bhagwan, singing the glories etc. of the Lord, and dravai, the heart, dravana means to melt. The heart doesn't melt with love. Dravai doesn't melt with love. To hear part of that heart should be ripped apart, useless. Shravai, tears doesn't flow from the eyes, tears of love for the Lord. Phutahu nayan, those eyes should be busted, useless. Apulakai, the pause and the body doesn't raise an ends, goosebump. Jaro sutan ke hi kaam, that body should be burnt to ashes. Bhagavat Mahapuran also Shukadeva ji says, Tadashmasaram hridayam vatedam yadgrihyamane harinam dheyaihi na vikretat yada vikaro netre jalam gataruheshu harshaha. Harinam Adhe, someone is chanting the name of Bhagwan, doing bhakti, kirtan, and the heart doesn't melt with love. Prem se, pighlte nahi. Tears doesn't flow from the eyes, the pause in the body doesn't raise an ends. That heart must be made of steel, thunderbolt. Tadashmasadam hridayam vatedam. What kind of heart is that? So with bhakti, this is what bhakti means. Tears has to flow, the paw in the body has to raise an ends. The heart has to melt with love. In this way he is doing bhakti. इतने भक्ति बहुत प्रसन्न हो गए, शिव जी तो भोलेनाथ थे, बहुत जल्दी प्रसन्न हो गए. The Shiv ji is Bholenath, very easily pleased. Very quickly he got pleased with the devotion of Bhagirath and accepted his prayer. I say, Tathastu, it's going to be like that. Whatever you desire is going to happen. So, Ganga aane do. Let Ganga come. And so Ganga came with all the force. And Shivji caught her in his jatha. He caught her in the jatha and kept her there. And then from the jatha, she came out like a little bit, a stream. So in the Himalayas, if you go even today, there's a place where it's called Gomukh. Gomukh. That's the size of the mouth of a cow. Gomukh. That's where Ganga starts from. That's the jatha of Shivji that she's coming from. Shivji resides in Mount Kailash, which is in the Himalayas. So he allowed her to flow only. If you look at a picture of any time Shivji, you will see from the jatha, there's a stream. That's a Ganga. So Ganga, now very slowly she came, a little stream, and then got wider and wider, and at some places from one side you can't even see the other side of Ganga. Like a sea, if you go some places, you go to Banaras, etc. That's Ashwamedha Ghat. You stand on one side, you can't even see the other side. It's like an ocean. And so it flows and it went all the way to the Bay of Bengal, into the sea. अब ये पूरे संसार को पवित्र करने वाला जिस गंगा भगीरथ अपने रथ पे बैठकर अब बहुत तेज जाएगी. Now Ganga is going to flow very quickly. So Bhagirath sat on his chariot, very swift chariot, and started to ride and follow. Ganga is following. अब गंगा वहां गई जहां सगर का 7,000 पुत्र And so Ganga flowed where the ashes were, where they were all burned by ashes, that 60,000, they all attained moksha, liberation, they were liberated. Their behavior was pardoned. They all ascended to the divine abode. They all attained moksha. ये सगत अब यहाँ भागीरथ ये जो गंगा कहाँ से आई? पहले गंगा 1 minute में समझ लो. This is very short. Can't go into great extent of this. Where did Ganga come from? I told you. We're going to explain and hear that also. As I told you, once another king, Bali, Raja Bali, was performing. He wanted to become the king of heaven. He was very powerful. He chased Yudhame. He chased all the devatas from heaven and occupied the seat of Indra. He's the grandson of Prahlad, that great devotee. So he was so powerful. But then the Guru Shukracharya said, no, you can't attain heaven like that. There's a law, एक नियम है. Only one who performs 100 Ashwamedha Yagna, you will get the position of Indra. So Bali said, okay. Bali performed 99. And now Indra is getting scared. So Aditi, the mother of the Devatas, the mother of the Rakshas, Diti, and the mother of the Devatas, Aditi, and the father, one father, Kashyap. 2 sisters. So they are actually related. In our heart, good thoughts, bad thoughts, both are there. There's a youth, there's a fight in there. This fight we read about between Rakshas and Devata, यही होते हैं हमारे मन में. This is going on inside of us. Anyhow, so they prayed and Bhagwan came as Vaman Dev. This is also, I told you the katha, remember when we did Janmashtami katha a couple nights ago, Prishni, Bhagwan said to her, in one lifetime you will come as Aditi and I will come as your son Vaman. The third avatar she came as Devaki and he came as Shri Krishna. He told the whole katha to her. So this also was already foretold. So he came as Vaman did. And then he asked Vaman was performing Yagna. Raja Bali. The Ashwamedha Yagna started, the 100th has started. He came there, seeing that beautiful form of the Lord. Small, dwarf, but so beautiful. And when Bali looked, Bali was a great soul, even though he was a Rakshas. He saw this has to be a divine entity. There was a light about him. So immediately Bali got up and went and worshipped the Lord and said, hey Brahman Devata, kuch bar mango, ask me for something. So Vaman ji said, look, I want 3 footsteps of land. Teen Bhag, give me 3 footsteps. Bali said, what are you going to do with 3 footsteps of land? I am Bali, I am very famous for giving. Ask me for 1,000 acres, for horse, for elephant, for wives, anything you want. I am ready to give all the wealth in the world. I am very famous. Bhagwan said, no, look, I am a Brahman. I need to do Sandhya, Havan, and I need a little place to sit. If I go somewhere and somebody has landed, what are you doing here? Get out. So that's all I need, 3 footsteps of land. If someone takes more than they need, that's a very bad thing. You're greedy. All I need is 3 footsteps. To Bali Sati. He's about to do Sankalp. The Guru stopped him. Shukracharya. Hey, don't do this. This is Vishnu, the enemy of the Rakshas, the Dana. Vishnu, Shri Krishna. Bali said, I already give one. Number 1, I have given my word. And number 2 is Bhagwan himself. Then I am so blessed. He went against the wishes of the Guru even. Guru ne sharp diya. I'm not going to go in great detail here. Anyhow, Bali went ahead, even going against Guru. Hare Om Vishnu Vishnu Mahaparamatmane Puru. He started doing sankalp to give that daan of 3 footsteps. When he said, he gave completed the sankalp, Bhagwan started to grow. That Brahman Dev started to grow. He grew and grew and grew until he went all the way to the sky. With 1 footstep he crossed all the heavenly regions. While he was crossing the heavenly regions, Swarga, Brahma, the creator, forehead, Brahma came and he washed his lotus feet, the nails of the Lord. Taking his kamandalu, he washed the feet of the Lord. And the water that came out, that he washed the feet of Bhagwan from the nail of Bhagwan, that became Ganga. Ganga was already there, she just came out. Prakat ho gayi. So being in heaven, she stayed in heaven. Remember I told you in heaven she's known as Mandakini? So that's where she appeared from Bhagwan's toenail. Brahmandev, Shri Krishna. She appeared from his toenail and she stayed in heaven. A 2nd footstep he crossed all the nether regions. He said to Bali, "Ab teesri kahan rakhu? You promised me 3 footsteps. Kahan rakhu teesri? Where to put the 3rd? Bali said, put it. Bali sacrificed himself. This is where the word Balidan came from. Balidan doesn't mean to go and kill a cow and kill a dog and kill a donkey and kill all kind of things you're going to kill. Bali doesn't mean that. Bali means sacrifice yourself. Sacrifice this greed, the anger, the jealousy, the hatred, the lust. This is what we have to sacrifice. Well, we want to sacrifice some pig, we want to sacrifice a goat, we want to, hey Bhagwan, this is big trouble. Big trouble. Don't get yourself, that's not what it means. That's what the name Balidan came. Bali didn't sacrifice anything, he sacrificed himself. Bhagwan sent him straight to Patal. Bhagwan himself became the gatekeeper. Udarpal ban gaye. That Lakshmi had to come and beg. Ye na badho bari raja dana vedo mahabala tena tvam anubadnami rakshe machala. That mantra. When you tie Raksha, that's where it came from. She made Bali tie, promise. She became friendly with Bali. Just I'm giving you gist of the katha. She became, Bali started loving her like a sister. Didn't know that she was Mahalakshmi, she disguised. Because she alone in Vaikuntha, the husband is here guarding Bali. He became the, he loved, because Bali gave up so much, he went against Guru also. The Bhagwan, he brought Bhagwan under his control. When you give up everything, as the bhajan said, when you give up everything, Bhagwan becomes the, he loves you the most. You become the most favorite to Bhagwan. And that's what happened with Bali. That then she asks, Bali, I'm asking you for something in return today. That is the day we celebrate as Bhaiya Dooj. 2 days after Diwali, Govardhan Puja, Bhaiya Dooj. Right? So that's the day. I'm asking you for something, and Bali said, no, promise you will give it. Okay, I'm Bali, I'll give whatever. So then she said, she revealed, I am Mahalakshmi. And that gatekeeper you see there, that's my husband, that's Mahavishnu. Give me my husband. And then she made Bali tie the Raksha Sutra. Just as this was tied by Bali and it never broke, that promise, in the same way, you will never break this protection. It will never be broken. The power has to be there, is a different thing, long katha, anyhow. So, Ganga, this is where Ganga came. And Bhagirath was able to bring her down by his devotion. Bhagwan Shivji caught her in his jatha because she would have destroyed the earth. There's such force she was coming with. And then she flowed and all the sons were liberated, and today so many souls get blessings by bathing in Ganga in the right way, of course. There's a way to bathe, understanding who is Ganga. This is not a river. Understand what is Ganga, who is Ganga. It's a divine Shakti, Shakti of Bhagwan. And this is how we do love and devotion. We have to do that love and devotion for Ganga. We have to purify the mind, not the body, the mind, the heart. Pap, what is the thing we want to clean, that pap, that sin, is it in the body? You're going to Ganga and you're bathing the body, but sin is not in the body. Where's the pap? Kahan rehte hai pap? Where does the pap live? In the mind, in man mein, man. So you have to wash the mind. And how do you wash the mind? When you do bhakti. By washing the body, mind doesn't get washed. You have to wash from inside by doing bhakti, devotion. So today, as we celebrate, this is just gist of this katha a little bit. Wanted to read this katha today as we are going to celebrate Ganga Dashera. So I'll bring the katha to an end tonight. Bole Ganga Maiya ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.